It's really exciting just to see how God is like pushing these kids to want to come to FCA and want to learn more about Him, and also just seeing like the impact that's made already. Just like more kids just like talking to each other and just like seeing the whole crowd of people walk in. It just like brings encouragement to all of us leaders, and especially to me because it's been a struggle trying to get all this put together. But
Why is that so important to you? You know, to have another thread of the gospel going through your school.
because all these kids, they hear the gospel every day, but sometimes they just don't like listen as much, especially in the classroom. But I think when you give them like another opportunity to hear the gospel, it really just like opens it up to them in a new way. Or also hearing kids preach the gospel to them also just like makes them think like, oh, well, these kids understand it and these kids believe it, so I can too.
Well, as someone who's out front too, I mean, how much has it emboldened your faith to say, hey, I'm leading, I'm teaching, I better know this stuff even better, you know?
I think it makes me want to like read my Bible more and want to pray more and just be more in depth with the Word and with God. And it makes me just want to know like, okay, how well really do I know like the Bible? How deep is my faith with God? Because I want to be able to help these kids if they have questions about becoming a believer.
How about too, you know, just where sport and the gospel can fit together? Why is that such a wonderful fit, do you think?
I think that just knowing that like everything we do should give God glory, and just being able to see it out on the court kind of encourages me a lot, and just it pushes me and like challenges me to try to act more like a Christian on the court.
Mm-hmm. Well, we always ask kids, there's some people who would be really scared of something like this. What's your encouragement and your challenge to them to try FCA?
I think it will just really help you to get to know other people, and it's just a great way just to hear about Jesus in a different way that you probably haven't heard of Him before. And it also just helps you, it's just a lot of fun, I guess.
Mm-hmm. What could kids expect, you know, when they come? What were some of the things you're going to do every week? You know?
We'll probably play a game every week and then just like a short lesson, and we have breakfast every week. So, I mean, they get donuts if they want them.
I just think it's really cool of how many people are showing up. I mean, most of them are probably because of the donuts, but it's just cool that people are able to come and listen to hear what we have to say, and maybe we'll start coming even if we don't have donuts. Mm-hmm. And like that, it's just cool to see how many people show up because they care and want to learn more about God. Yeah.
What's it like for you being out front, being one of the leaders too, that, you know, it's a real privilege to be able to pour into kids, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's nice to know that I'm one of the people who gets to teach others and help them understand the Word more. And it's also sometimes kind of nerve-wracking to be like, oh, I have to go speak today or something like that, but also fun to go speak to other people and tell them about God.
How has this helped your faith, emboldened your faith in Jesus? Do you feel like, yeah, you know, I am out front, I better get this right, you know, and do you find yourself digging in a little bit more?
Yeah, I'd say I read the Bible more than I used to. I read it a lot at night and just study what I can and get to know God more.
Mm-hmm. Well, sports is a big deal with the Peoria Christian community too, both middle school and high school too. I mean, why is that such a wonderful thing to bring together, the gospel and our passion for sports?
Well, a lot of people like sports and do sports, and then there are people who do just sports and don't really do anything that involves God. And when you combine both of those, then you can get people who are good Christians and have good sportsmanship when they're on the floor in the field or whatever, and just people that love God while they play their game.
Well, this would be intimidating to some kids too. What's your encouragement for them to come?
Probably that you can just be bold here and that nobody's going to judge you, and it's about Jesus and not you.